The day I moved in here, I found what I considered to be a bait and switch with respect to the rent, which was not what it was advertised to be, as it is in other apartment complexes when you move in. The manager is frankly somewhat narcissistic in her effort to chastise you for anything that she would like to find that she thinks you do wrong, and require you to ask permission to do things that other complexes never ask you to ask permission for. They do not provide the kind of maintenance and help that's offered in many other apartment complexes, which I found to be unfortunate. It actually began the day I had moved in, because I did not have an opportunity to see the apartment prior to moving in. So I pulled up in with a moving truck and all my possessions, and I had initially been told the rent would be $660. However, at the time I went in to sign the contract, which happened to end up being 40 pages long in small print, I was told there'd be an additional $15 for a liability fee, $5 for a credit builder, $30 for utility, and $2 for service fee analysis. So my rent, instead of $660, became $724 the day I came to move in, unknown to me. The contract of 40 pages I was required to sit down and go over with the complex manager, which I found absolutely ridiculous, as I had lived in numerous apartment complexes throughout my life. So the average contract was maybe 2 to 3 pages, not necessarily 40 pages. When I moved in, I realized there was not a plug for my bathtub or for my kitchen sink. So I naturally called the manager and said, gee, I have no plugs for the bathtub or sink. And I was told they don't provide them. I needed to purchase them on my own, although my neighbor had plugs for their bathroom and their sink. I asked about placing a chair in front of my apartment. Well, actually, I put up a flag, a blue thin line flag, which represents police departments. And like other people in the complex already had flags put up, and I saw where one had previously been put up. I was immediately advised that that was against regulations, because I was required to seek permission before I put the flag up. I asked if I may put a chair out front of my apartment, because other individuals within the complex had chairs put out in front of their apartments, and I was told I was not. However, I put a chair out anyway. I also should indicate that when the day I moved in, unknown to me, I was charged a application fee of $50, a non-refundable service setup fee of $25, a move-in fee of $250 that was non-refundable. But interestingly, I have also spoke to and read messages from other individuals who had lived here indicating when you move out, they do a very arbitrary review of your apartment and add additional fees on to that already fee. So I'm not sure what I'm going to end up paying when I move out. After the chair incident, I had asked to have my rain spout fixed because it was pouring water down in front of my apartment. And I guess it would have been a simple thing to just move it up a little bit. However, I was told that it couldn't be done until the rainy season was over. That happened to be in July when I moved in, and I did look up in the sky, which was very blue and full of sunshine. uh, and needless to say, my rain spout has not been fixed to date, and it's been 10 months since then. I inquired if I could put mulch down in front of my apartment because it was very bare, and told no, I could not, that the complex provides mulch. So 10 months later, today, mulch has been placed in front of the manager's office, looking very nice, and other apartments. However, I've not seen any mulch in front of my apartment. On one occasion, I asked about planting flowers, as many other people in the complex have flowers planted, and people from complexes where I've been before planted flowers to make it look kind of nice and homey. I was told no, I was not allowed to or permitted to plant flowers unless I put them in vases, although other individuals in the complex have planted flowers, including the manager in front of the management office, planted flowers recently. On one occasion, it was extremely hot out, and I happened to be sweating a great deal, and my t-shirt became very wet. So I removed it. It's Florida. And I was walking my garbage out to the dumpster not far from my apartment. And the manager proceeded to chastise me in front of other individuals and tell me I needed to wear a shirt, which I found kind of interesting and don't know where that is in their 40-page policy. So, and interestingly, I do see other individuals walking around without shirts. I guess the last thing that concerned me a great deal was I had surgery, I guess last week actually. And as I was returning from having surgery, I saw the manager standing out in front of the apartment complex by her car. And as I pulled into my parking space, the manager pulled up exactly behind me, which would indicate to me that she had to be traveling faster than I was traveling to get in her car and catch up to me. However, I was chastised for exceeding the 10-mile-an-hour speed limit within the complex. Keep in mind that the complex has very large speed bumps almost every several yards apart. So it's virtually impossible to exceed 10 mile an hour, possibly 12 mile an hour, but you need to almost stop at each speed bump. So I've had difficulty over the past year with payment. I now have had 3 different payments that have arbitrarily been set for me that I had no idea. It was at $724. Now it went down to $712. I understand now that the company that collects your rent, if you use a credit card, they charge a service fee of $11 to pay your rent. If you use your bank account, there is no service fee. I've had a great deal of trouble with that company because I've provided them with my bank account routing number and so forth, but they continue to use my credit card information and charge me the 11 something service fee every month on top of the $724 rent. It has been a total nightmare for me, and I am going to be moving out, thank God, in July. I have read the 30 different complaints that other individuals have placed on their website that are pretty much like mine. So I'm not the only person that this has happened to. Actually, since I'm moving out in July, she can't do much more to me than she has already. And I think I'm doing this interview, frankly, for the other individuals that live here or people who may take a look at possibly living here and hopefully look the other way. I don't think there's a great deal that they would be able to do with Elon Corporation, frankly, because I don't think they really care a great deal based on their size. I would suggest that the only thing they could do and what they should do is contact the Attorney General's office, wherever they live, whichever state, because they all have a department that deals with discrimination issues of all kinds, including housing discrimination. They also may want to contact a human relations commission that would exist within the state, which I've done as well. And there is a local agency that they would be able to contact as well. And I think they should contact all three to let them know what's happening and let them take over on their behalf to try and resolve it. And I think they should contact you as well.